I'm a delivery contractor primarily. I've got a couple of semi-trailers which I modified with lifters, which I load the swimming pools like the one you can see in the background here, load them up and take them out to destinations all around Australia basically. I load them, unload them. Sometimes we go out to site and we put them in a hole in someone's backyard, and then I come back and do it all again. After I had my accident 6 years ago, I tried working in office, and I got a lot of offers to work in jobs as things like workshop managers, operations manager, all sorts of jobs like that. And I actually tried for a couple of months, but I really didn't like just sitting in office being attached to a phone all day. So I went back to driving, and it's really open. You're out there with everybody else. When you're driving, you're no different. There's no disability whilst you're driving. You're exactly the same as everybody else. It's just you have to use your head a bit more when you're loading and unloading, just to make it set up for what I can reach. My main problem is I'm a little bit short now. When I was a kid, I was always racing motorbikes, and when I started work and started my own business when I was about 19 and 20, I spent all my time with work. I gave up motorbikes and I was just working 7 days a week. And I met up with one of the sales reps who was into riding motorbikes, and he said, "Here, have a go." And once I had a go, I thought, geez, this is fun. So I started racing and moved into the racing scene. And in Easter 2000, I was away out of the 2-day cross-country race. And I got lost, so I was trying to make up some time to get back on track and catch up again. I hit a big rock and I went down and speared the ground, and that was instant. I couldn't understand initially why they couldn't just fix it, but that's just a fact of life. You can't just fix a broken spinal cord. So I thought, well, bugger that, it's only my legs. What's it matter walking? So I got into the wheelchair, and there's virtually nothing I haven't done since I've been in a wheelchair. I ride two-wheel motorbikes, I own a jet ski, I race go-karts, I've flown a plane. There's really not a lot you can't do from a chair if you have the right attitude. So I just get out there. I actually go over the top a bit and do a bit more than most people, just to prove a point and to prove it can be done. They wouldn't let me have a semi-trailer licence due to the fact that I was in a wheelchair. I had to take the RTA to court to be able to get my licence back. I enjoy going to court, so it was something that I like doing. I've since got my driving instructor's licence. I specialise in people with disabilities who need the equipment that's on my trucks. I teach mostly people with physical disabilities to drive any class of vehicle up to a semi-trailer. Disability is more of a mindset than it is a physical barrier. If you have the right mindset, you go into an employer and you're going to do the job and you work out the details of access and the toilet. You can work that out later. If you've got the right attitude, you can overcome anything. The other advantage for an employer, if there's someone with a disability working doing the same job, people without a disability, they haven't got so much to whinge about. And if the person with a disability is doing the same job, you find that the able-bods don't whinge and carry on because they think, well, geez, if he can do it, anybody can do it. There's no point getting a job just for the sake of having a job. I mean, everyone needs the money, but it's good to look in advance and say, what do I want to do? Even if you have to clean garbage tins or whatever to get the money, you've got to have your vision of where you want to go. What do you want to do in 5 years' time? It's best to pick something you're going to enjoy doing and then work towards it. But if you aim for something and you have the attitude, I can do it, you've got to actually believe that you can do it and go out and do whatever you want to do.